Do you know what a slop bowl is? If you've ever stood in line at Chipotle or Sweet Green or Kava and paid $18 for a pile of stuff in a bowl and then walked away thinking, that's it, you know the feeling. And maybe you've noticed the portions got smaller and smaller as they go. Fortune magazine just ran a piece about how people are finally done with bowl food. Don't want to say that one wrong. They're calling it bowl fatigue. And Sweet Green's big comeback move, guess what it was? Wraps from the 1990s. And they described it as a handheld format designed to deliver the portability and satisfaction guests crave. I read that line 3 times. I even wrote it down because they weren't just talking about lunch. They were describing exactly what most people over 50 need for getting found online and not being invisible online anymore. Now, stay with me. This is going to make sense. We're talking about a digital slop bowl. Here's what I see all the time. Someone decides they want to build a presence online. Maybe they share what they know, maybe they earn some income from it, and so they start piling things on. Facebook page, Instagram, TikTok, oh, Pinterest. Somebody says, oh, threads, oh, yeah, reels, oh, better add some of that. Maybe a podcast. Now they've got accounts on 6 or 7 platforms, a Canvas subscription, 3 scheduling tools, a growing sense of dread every time someone says content. That is slop bowl content. A little bit of everything, a strategy of nothing. And the worst part, they feel like they're the problem. Have you ever felt like this? Like you're the problem? Like maybe you're just not cut out for this. Here's the thing. You're not the problem. The recipe is the problem. Now, damaging admission. I really should tell you this. I have to tell you this. I need to tell you this. I'm not saying this from some ivory tower. I've been online for over now 21 years. I've tried just about everything. I've been on platforms that don't even exist anymore. I spent hours posting on Facebook 10 times a day for this, 10 times a day for that. Like my life depended on it. It felt like my life depended on it sometimes. Building groups, building communities, going live, showing up, creating content every single day. And one day I looked up and I thought, who's actually finding me from all of this? And not very long ago, I've been thinking this. The answer was sobering. Almost nobody knew. Same people, lovely people, a lot of them, but no new people coming in, no new people discovering what I have for them. I was talking to the same people in the same circles. And sometimes they go away because I feel like, well, that's it. I was in Frank Kern's mastermind years ago when only a couple of women were even in his mastermind, had to be invited in. And one day, even though we were all paying something like, I don't know, $30,000 or $40,000 a year, Frank just looked at us and said, that's all I've got. That's it. And he just stopped. Now, he's gone on to lots of other big things if you know who he is, but all that work, all that content that I was creating, and I was invisible. I was essentially invisible to anyone who didn't already know me. That was my slop bowl. Overloaded, expensive, not actually feeding me. And here's the other part that the Fortune article that had that really got me. A Harvard lecturer said, when a family dinner of bowls runs $60 to $70 for everybody to have their bowl stuff, people started doing the math. They realized they could go to Whole Foods, grab some things from the hot bar, make rice and broccoli at home, and come out better fed for less money. That math is happening in your world too. Maybe you have noticed already. Think about what you've spent trying to get out there online. The courses, how many? 2, 5, 12? At what? $497, $997 more? The monthly subscriptions, the email platform, the scheduling tool, the landing page builder you used twice, the ad budget. Oh my gosh, don't even get me started on the ad budget. Money you lit on fire and called it testing because maybe the agency you worked with called it testing. The website redesign that took 4 months and cost you more than your first car. The funnel builder that still sits there half finished, judging you every time you log in. And it all adds up. Oh, wait. And listen, again, not coming from any ivory tower. I have a video on YouTube talking about the $250,000 mistake I made. And I'm not talking over years. I'm talking that was done in a few short months, $250,000. So I know from whence I speak with this. Now ask yourself, are the right people finding you? Just that simple. If the answer is more like a long sigh, I'm just going to tell you, you've probably been building a $70 slop bowl when what you needed was a better recipe with fewer ingredients that actually works. And that brings us back to Sweetgreen and their wrap solution. They didn't invent some futuristic food category. They didn't bring in molecular gastronomy or AI-generated smoothies. They went back to something that worked 30 years ago and repackaged it for right now. A handheld format, portable, satisfying. You can hold it. You can walk with it. It doesn't need a tray and 6 napkins. You don't have to ask just to get some salt, which is a current thing in some places. That is exactly what I've been building and testing on myself over the past few months. Not a strategy that takes 47 platforms, not a content calendar that needs its own staff. I don't know. I mean, I have done all these things. I have created these things for people. I apologize, okay? Because right now when I see, here's your 30-day content calendar, it just makes me want to go take a nap. So how about a small number of places that work together, that's portable, that's manageable, that's satisfying, really satisfying because it gets the results. You can do it without a team. You can do it without being techie, and it actually gets you found. And here's the part I love the most. The tools that are working best right now for getting found, they're not new. They've been around for years, some of them for decades, just like reps. And for those of us over 50, that's actually the best news you'll hear all week. You don't need to learn whatever new platform launched on Tuesday, whatever the latest kid that looks like they're 14, they're actually in their 20s, is trying to teach you. We don't need to figure out the latest dance trend. We don't need to master a tool that'll be irrelevant by 6 months from now. We need to put our knowledge in the right places. Places that compound over time, multiply, grow, last. Places where search engines and AI and real humans can all find us. While everyone under 30 is chasing the next shiny thing, we over 50s get to build on solid ground. That's not a consolation prize. That is strategic advantage. You see, the biggest cost isn't money. And it's something, if you're here with me, you probably know very well, as I do. It's time. It's that thing we can't get back, the thing we can't stop, the thing we can't fight, the thing we can't change in the sense that it marches on. Every month you spend posting into feeds that don't index your content, that's a month your expertise isn't building anything. Your Facebook post from last Tuesday, gone. And for all intents and purposes, it is. What's happening with it? What kind of leads did you get? Your Instagram story from this morning vanished before lunch. That thread you spent 45 minutes on, buried by dinner time. Social feeds are like riding on water. Nothing stays. It's like eating cotton candy at the fair when you were a kid, all fluffy and pink and sweet and gone. The minute you taste it, it's gone. But when you put your knowledge into the right places, content you create today can bring your clients next year, next week, 3 years from now. Someone types a question at 2 a.m. and your answer shows up, not because you paid for it, not because you gamed anything, because you placed your expertise where it could actually be found over and over again. That's the difference between renting attention and owning findability. I've been testing this on myself. I started showing up in AI search results, in Google results, not because, absolutely not because I'm some tech genius, because I stopped building these slop bowls. You're probably hearing me picking it up, putting it down. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Because I stopped building slop bowls and started putting my stuff where it could compound. So the next time someone tells you to just be consistent on social media, ask yourself this: am I building a slop bowl, or am I building something people can actually find? Because there is a better way. You don't have to be 25 or a techie or willing to dance on camera or stay up half the night creating more and more stuff to put in the bowl to make it work. You just need to know where to put what you already know. I'm Tina Lorenz. I'm 75. I help people over 50 turn their lived experience into income and become findable to humans, to search and AI without ads or tech overwhelm. And it can happen really darn fast, faster than I ever imagined. Some of my content has shown up within a few days. Let's build something different. Because if you're tired of slop bowl content, if you want to learn the specific places that actually get you found, I do run a 5-day findability challenge. The link is in the description. 5 days, no tech overwhelm. You will be amazed at the clarity you find, just like the people that I'm working with now that could not believe the shift that happened within just a couple of days. And you walk away knowing exactly where to put your expertise so the right people can find you. Because we're not done yet, and it really is never too late. Until next time, thanks for being here, and I'll talk to you again soon.